Welcome to another podcast from thishappyhuman.com. As 2021 comes to an end, let us take a look at how a famous quotation by Mark Twain can inspire and motivate us when we appear to be beaten. Before a fight, in any situation, in anything in life, people tend to underestimate their opponent. This is not just going on in physical situations but often in mental ones as well. People tend to feel that they must be smarter, for example, because it's in their brains, not muscles or brawn. In this way, many in the past have underestimated their opponent. Whether it's on the sports field or in the classroom, it doesn't matter. There will be battles and difficulties in every aspect of our lives. However, in some cases, it is not so much in underestimating the person but in overestimating themselves in the wrong ways. For example, in some cases, people will think that they are superior in intelligence to others. But intelligence does not always equal the ability to be successful. Intelligence counts for a lot, but it's not enough to win if that knowledge is not used actively. Thoughts, actions, and outcomes. Think about what you do, and your actions will match your thoughts on how to handle any situation. Finding the strength to continue in a difficult situation is one of the greatest lessons that everyone should learn. It is easy to give up. If a task was easy, everyone would be good at it. The trick is using the skills and abilities that match the problem. At times, knowing that failure is going to happen can spur us on to one last effort to overcome a situation where we thought hope had been lost. The phrase "it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog" shows that no matter what your opponent looks like, you should always give them your best shot. This is more than just an American proverb courtesy of Mark Twain, for this is the best advice not only in the boxing world but in life in general. Tenacity. Being tenacious is one of the most important things you can do in life. When you're tenacious, you don't give up easily no matter how difficult the task or how big the opponent is. This determination and perseverance can help you overcome any mental obstacle in your way. When it comes to physical confrontations, being tenacious can also give you the edge you need to win. If you're determined to win and you're not afraid to fight until the end, you can overcome any obstacle in your way. Many people underestimate their opponent, especially when they are faced with a much larger opponent, and that's where they will lose. A perfect example of this is in Rocky III between Hulk Hogan and Rocky Balboa. At first glance it seemed like Hogan was in the right in this fight, and that he would win. With his massive size in comparison to Rocky's smaller frame, Hogan seemed like a sure bet in this match. But when Rocky hit him with his first punch in the face, it was over for Hulk Hogan. He had completely underestimated Balboa and paid the price with an easy loss in this fight. Hulk Hogan is not the only person in history to underestimate their opponent in this way either. Many others have fallen into the same trap. For example, in Sun Tzu's Art of War, Sun Tzu talks about how many times he has seen men lose in battle because they underestimated their opponent. He says, if ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain in every battle to be in peril. So next time you go into battle, make sure you aren't the ignorant one in the fight, no matter what size your opponent is. Knowledge and experience go hand in hand with the size of the fight in the dog. Knowledge and wisdom are often hard-earned as a result of not giving up. A few defeats educate an individual on their limits and their capabilities. It is up to them to learn and to come back stronger and more effective than they were before. It's not just in physical confrontations that people underestimate their opponent either. It happens in other aspects in life, in business, in politics, in sports, in anything that requires tenacity. If you learn to be the bigger person in the fight, learning to have humility in defeat, you will be able to get better at being tenacious instead of becoming discouraged when someone is more experienced than you in something. And in turn, this will make you a better person. Not everyone gets to be a billionaire. The thing that all billionaires have in common is that they didn't give up. They saw opportunities and took them. Some they won and some were failures. Everyone in the world deserves a chance to show what they can do. It may be showcasing their talents on stage, being an innovative engineer, or overcoming their fears to turn their back on antisocial behavior. We all start at different points. Some of us are fortunate enough to be born in a safe society with clean sanitation and healthcare systems. Others are born into situations that need more effort to succeed. Do not fear failure. Losing teaches individuals how to win. When it comes to success in life, failure is not an option. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to work hard and never give up. You also have to be willing to face challenges and overcome any obstacle in your way. Many people give up too easily, and they never reach their full potential because they're afraid of failure. But failure is a part of life. It's how you learn and grow. If you're never willing to take risks, you'll never achieve anything great. Don't be afraid to fail, embrace it. Failures are a part of the learning process, and they can help you become a stronger and more successful person. So don't let failure stop you from reaching your potential. Every dog has a fight within them. It's how the dog fights that matters, and nobody wins unless they step into the ring. And finally, remember to follow this happy human on Twitter, subscribe to the podcast, and leave comments on the blog. I'd love to know what you think. All the best. Matt the Happy Human.